Desolation. The movie was kind of filmed in a weird way. It looked like it was on a VHS tape. I think that's kind of what they were going for with this one. I'm not sure why. I went in thinking this movie was going to be really low budget and crappy, and then the first 10 minutes of it kind of changed my mind about that. I was surprised. And then the next, 45 minutes or 50 minutes or however long this movie is brought me right back to thinking that it was a very low budget movie. That said, it actually was surprisingly good. The relationship between the kid and his mom isn't done the best, but it's effective. You believe it, kinda. The friend that helps them through their journey is super hot and definitely helps the story along. The three main actors in this movie, Jamie Page, Alicia Oshie, I don't know how to say her last name, but Alicia something, and Toby Nichols. Toby obviously plays the child, and Jamie Page, I believe, plays the mother, and Alicia, I'm going to call her Alicia, she plays the friend. Oh, and by the way, there are going to be spoilers in this. So the movie starts off with some foreshadowing. Yeah, I guess that's what it would be. I don't know. I'm no professional. The mother's running through the woods screaming, "Somebody, anybody help me." Somebody, anybody help me. It was really cheesy, especially out of context, because you have no idea what the fuck's going on at this point. After that, it goes into kind of the character's story. You get to meet Jen, the mother's super hot friend. So you don't really know why they're walking through the woods, but they're walking through the woods, they're traveling. They're making little hints to what the fuck's going on. Eventually, they just get to this, mountain, this cliff. Oh, and there's a conversation somewhere in there where the son, says something about beer, and mom's like, "You know about beer?"
That would be the best beer ever.
Be the worst beer.
They get to this cliff, and you find out that the kid's dad has died, and they're very tore up about it still. They're at this cliff because I guess it was somewhere they used to go together, something like that. It was his favorite place or something, so they're spreading his ashes.
You ready to do this, bud?
They finish dumping trash all over the wilderness, and eventually, the boy, he's getting pissed. Jen hooks him up with some chocolate.
Chocolate?
So later on that evening, Jen and Mommy put Boy to sleep. They proceed to pop some motherfucking bottles and get fucked up.
Woo! Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here.
All kinds of fucked up in the woods. Mommy and Jen decide it's time for some munchies. So they head to the tree where they tied up the munchies, and while they're there, they see someone's backpack. Obviously, they're freaked the fuck out, and they decide it's best to head back to camp. Think that it's probably just the weed making them freak out. After everybody passes out, Mommy ends up waking up. She needs to take a so she heads out into the woods. While she's taking a dump, they decide to pop the monster up, or the bad guy, right in front of her, basically. It's just straight up Chuck Mangione. You know what I'm talking about? Fucking... That's Chuck Mangione, and that's who's trying to kill these bitches. Morning comes, and Mommy and Boy are talking. Boy's sharpening a shiv or some shit. Anyway, this is where the movie actually starts getting pretty good. It keeps getting more and more low budget looking, so I think the longer the movie went on, the less money they had, obviously. I think it's like an indie movie, I have no idea, but it gets better. They decide to hit the road. You get this epic hiking montage, and it's actually not done bad. I mean, it's pretty good. The way it ends, I'm not even going to explain it. I'm just going to show you.
Sick. Oh my, can you guys just...
Damn tits.
I see that you're enticed by my daughter's awesome rocking tits.
They sit down and eat some snacks. They wake up to this weird music at one point, and Jen's gone. They freak out. They run around looking for her, and then they decide they're just gonna fucking leave without her. Tells them to go get the food, and they discover no food. Mangione took their fucking grub, man. Next thing you know, Chuck pops up and freaks him out. Mama Bear takes a pop at him with a bear mace. He pulls out some bear mace and just pah! And Boy's like, whoa, we might need that shit. I know they both fall asleep at one point. Boy wakes up and mom's gone. He has a bloody nose for some reason. He ends up finding the camp where Chuck Mangione's just posted up at, drinking and cutting up Jen. Jen got cut to pieces. They find Jen in motherfucking pieces, man. Really sucks because Jen was super hot, man.
Goodbye, my lover.
Oh, that's right. Boy, he takes off like Frank and Always Sunny and busts his face on the goddamn woods. So I guess that's how he gets his nose bloodied. So the kid runs back into the woods after almost being seen. He has a breakdown. He can't find his mom. Kid stuffs some tampons in his nose, and he heads off to go beat Chuck's ass. Oh, and right after that, the scene where his mom's running through the woods screaming, "Somebody, anybody help me," that comes back, and everybody, including Chuck, running around the woods looking for each other. Mom and Boy are looking for each other. Chuck's looking for Mom and Boy. At some point, Boy goes back and picks up that bear mace that Mom popped at Chuck, and Rambo kid ends up tracking this motherfucker down. He's like, "Hey, motherfucker," and Chuck starts coming at him. Boy hits that motherfucker with some bear mace. I thought he may have actually killed him right there, too. I thought the movie's about to be over at that point. The boy and his mom end up getting reunited. Boy's like, "What would Dad do in a situation like this?" Mom was like, "Your dad never ran away from anything." Easily the best fight scene involving a mother and her son fighting Chuck Mangione. Right on theme with the rest of the movie, they fall asleep again. In Dragon Ball Z, every time Goku would beat somebody, he'd just be knocked out for a couple days, and he'd wake up and he'd be like, what happened? What am I? Sounded more like Vegeta. They both get up. That's pretty much it, man. They beat Chuck Mangione in a fist fight. It was a horror movie about mom and her son having to survive Chuck Mangione hunting them in the woods, and then at the end they beat the fuck out of him. They just break the fuck out. They just leave Jen. But I will say the end was kind of cute. They're both like holding hands and they're walking down this road. 2 out of 5.
Touched my soul, changed my life and all my goals. Love is blind and that I knew, and my heart was blinded by you. Have kissed your lips and held your head.